Hello everyone, out on my favorite place again, outside my deck. Um, this is a great place to do yoga outside, and I'm just going to share again with you another practice. There's a plane flying overhead, so I'm going to wait until that passes because you're probably going to pick that noise up. And so I hope this video reaches you well. I hope that you're able to come into a place of balance and center with all of the uncertainties that we've been experiencing and the anxiety that we've all been experiencing. And before I start the practice, I wanted to share a little reading with you, and it's from the book Brave Enough by Cheryl Strayed. And this passage talks about healing. When you recognize that you will thrive not in spite of your losses and sorrows, but because of them, that you would not have chosen the things that happen in your life, but you are grateful for them, that you will hold the empty bowls eternally in your hands, but you also have the capacity to fill them. The word for that is healing. And as we navigate and meander through these times, what I'm finding for myself is grounding myself in gratitude, grounding myself in love. As I gaze into and doing a lot of self-reflection of late, and I'm sure just like you, most of you are doing the same thing, is gazing within all aspects of me and allowing that inward focus to really reveal itself in ways that are so intimate and so sacred. And allowing me really to be grateful for everything. Be grateful for the fear that I'm feeling, the anxiety that I'm feeling, because each of those things are constantly revealing something that I need to know that carries me closer to my healing. And so in this yoga practice, just allow yourself to be in whatever space you're feeling right now, right? So not trying to force yourself to be someplace that doesn't feel natural. Just allow yourself to just be, and allow whatever is coming up for you to really reveal itself to you, right? Because we're in such, I feel, an awakening stage in our life with everything that we're going through right now. And if we can create the space to really be present with what is, all of our fears, our anxieties, our hopes, our dreams, our desires, each of those things will continue to inform us as we go along. Okay? So let's take a moment now to just close our eyes and get centered. And so whether you have a bolster or you're sitting on a block or your pillow, just choose something that will help to elevate your spine. Let your shoulders gently drop from your ears and sinking back into the tailbone, softening the energy behind your eyes. And just beginning to feel into the space around you. With every in-breath, you're expanding the energy and space around you. Every out-breath, maybe releasing what you no longer need. Just noticing the breath now, your natural breath. Inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the nostrils. Maybe placing a small smile on your face. And bringing your hands to heart center, bowing the head. Maybe taking this time now to create an intention for yourself. Feeling your breath as it expands in your chest cavity. Letting the arms relax. Elevating the head. Drawing the shoulders back and down a little bit more. On your next in-breath, let's sweep those arms all the way up. And exhale, bring it back to your chest. Just notice how you feel as you begin to move your limbs. Inhale again, drawing your arms up. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. Deep in breath. And deep out breath. Let's take our hands to our knees and we'll start to create a little bit of movement. Rolling towards the left. Coming back into your sits bones. Inhale, moving forward. Exhale, grinding it back. Feeling the shoulders move, stirring the pot. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And as you come back to center and pause, we move towards the right. So really beginning to connect with your body, to ground into it, to feel. Let's do 2 more. Coming back center. Take your hands behind your back and go ahead and interlace those fingers. Lengthen your arms and feel your shoulders opening up, maybe lifting your gaze. A lot of times when we're in stressful mode, the shoulders become tight, the pecs become tight. And so we're just going to open up and bring some space and breath into the chest, into the front of your shoulders. So again, today's practice is going to be really easy and really simple. Right? Good, and then slowly release from that. Bringing your arms forward. We're going to eagle the arms, right arm under left. And then pull the forearms away from your face. Let your shoulders drop down. We're just going to focus on stretching now the back of the shoulders. Maybe let your head drop slightly. And just feel into the sensation that you're feeling in your body, right? So this part of your body right now is being called to attention. So just take a couple of deep breaths into that space. All the while continuing to observe and acknowledge and continuing to just bear witness to what's coming up inside of you. No shame, no guilt, just the pureness of your presence. Right? Let's take one more breath here. Exhale and release those arms and just go ahead and extend your wings out. Point your thumbs back, let your chest extend forward. And inhale, bring it forward again, this time left under right. Pulling forearms away from your face and letting your shoulders drop down. Breathe. Notice if you're holding your breath. Just reminding ourselves of moving into simplicity. I think so much of what we're experiencing is reminding us of a simple life. Drawing ourselves back into that inward place where we can journey to meet our hearts, connect with our souls, and have a deeper relationship with self, have a deeper relationship with our families. Maybe something we've ignored for a long time. Take 2 more breaths. Our busy lifestyle have stolen so much from us. And exhale, reach and extend those arms out one final time. I can see the clouds moving up above, beautiful blue sky. Feeling the wind caress my skin. Exhale and release those arms and go ahead and come into a child's pose. I'm going to move my bolster out of the way. And so you're going to open your knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes and back to touch. And just extend your hips back towards your heels. Okay? And if you can't bring your head all the way down, maybe use a block and rest in your forehead there. So let the ease of this asana just enter into your body. So relax your face, relax your belly, and just really be in a restful place. Take another 2 breaths, and when you're done, come into all fours, tabletop. And so I want you to ground your palms, spread your fingers, really engage your awareness downward. Right? Lengthen your arms, maybe pull your shoulders back, extend your tailbone back. Let's do a couple cat-cows. So in your next out breath, go ahead and lift into your spine, bringing it up towards the sky. And on your next in-breath, come into cow. Exhale into cat. And inhale into cow. And just taking a couple more just like that. So we're going to take this right leg and extend it out to the side. Right? And just begin to rock back and forth just a couple times. And then hold it back and maybe come onto your forearms and elbows. And just breathe into those inner thighs. Good. 2 more breaths. Coming back into the hands, we're going to open up into a modified side plank. So take that right leg and extend it all the way back. Bring your left palm under your shoulder. Take your right hand to hip and pull that right shoulder open as you gaze up. Inhale, lift that arm. And maybe just extending it over your head, pinky finger down as you gaze up. You have an option of taking the right leg up if you want to find a balance. And then slowly release the foot if you have it lifted. Bring that right arm up. And exhale back into tabletop. You shake your hips out if you'd like to. Do the other side. extending the left leg out this time. Right? And just shifting forward and backwards a couple times. And then holding it back, bringing forearms and elbows down. Really breathing into that left inner thigh. Be going for a little bit more extension in your spine. Last 2 breaths. Coming on up into your hands, yeah. So I'm just gonna change positions here so my back isn't to you. So we're just gonna come into that modified side plank on this side. So inhale, left arm comes up this time. And reach in that left arm overhead. Maybe taking that left leg up. And exhale, bring it down. And coming back to all fours. Move my stuff out of the way. And coming back to a child's pose. Take a couple breaths here in child's pose. Relax into the body again. Again, let the breath be as natural as possible, right? So you're staying nice and relaxed in your body, in your mind. Come on back to hands and knees. And take your fingers, maybe one at a time, or if you can, both at the same time. And turn your fingers towards your knees. Maybe tuck your toes under, just gently push those hips back. Let your shoulders relax and just getting a really nice stretch in your forearms and wrist. And then make 2 fists, neutralize that sensation. And from here, let's take another cow pose. So inhale, reach your gaze forward. And exhale, reach your spine up. And come back center, shake those hands out. Right? We're gonna come into a downward facing dog. We won't have too many of these in today's practice, maybe 1 or 2. So spread your fingers again, ground down, tuck your toes under. Begin to draw your navel towards your spine and inhale, lift your knees. And take your hips back. Make any adjustments that you need. Firm your thighs up, drop your head, relax. And maybe you want to walk your dog. Yes, a nice, gentle movement, bending your knees, coming into those calves. Both heels down. Good. And shining your hips up towards the sky. Shining your crown towards the earth. Good. Soften your knees, gaze forward, and step your left foot towards the top of the mat, and bring that right knee down. Okay. If you have a block, you can use that block for support. Right? Bring your left palm on top of your left thigh and just lengthen up. So really feeling this right hip flexor. Pulling your shoulders back, extending your gaze. Maybe you close your eyes here. On your next out breath, go ahead and pull your hips back and roll into that left heel. Find your hamstrings. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, come back into that knee. Lengthen. Maybe on this one, if you'd like, inhale those arms up. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, palms down. And go ahead and take your hips back one more time and come back into that hamstring. Last 2 breaths. And slowly inhale, come back into that knee. We're going to straddle, right? So you're going to turn that left foot in. Open up your legs nice and wide. Toes are facing forward, palms down. Take a deep in breath. Just exhale and push those hips back. Drop your head. Those of you that have space within your muscles to go deeper, you can open your legs a little bit wider and bring forearms down. Or if you have your block, you can rest your elbows, forearms on that block. Taking a couple more breaths here, then we're going to turn and do the opposite side. Slowly come back to your palms. Right? Heel toe your feet in just a little bit. Right? Then walking towards that right side. Left knee comes down this time. Okay? You can bring that block. Good. And just lengthen up right palm to right thigh. Good. Reach and extending up through the chest, through the gaze. And on your next exhale, go ahead and pull the hips back. Roll into that right heel. It's so beautiful just practicing outside. It's one of the best feelings to just be in nature with the yoga practice. Inhale, come back into that knee. This time maybe lengthening up a little bit more. You can stay here with both hands on your thigh, or you can inhale and bring both arms up. And then exhale and release. You're going to bring that right knee back under your hip. Just go ahead and take some movements again with those hips. Maybe coming forward, dropping into the hips. Exhale, taking it back. Again, inhale, coming forward. And exhale, taking it back. So hang out in child's pose for a couple more breaths. Inhale, come on back to hands and knees. Okay. So the beauty of using 2 mats is that I get to change directions and I get to practice in all angles of the mat. So we're going to come into a lizard. So I want you to take that left foot and bring it up. Again, if you have a block or something to rest your hand on, I want you to bring it forward. Turn your left foot out to about maybe 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And take left hand to your thigh. Right? You're just going to press the hips forward, again, to your ability and your level. Right? And maybe if you can, as you exhale, just a little bit of a twist. Don't forget your breath. The breath is the most important part of this practice. Keeps us anchored into the present moment. Slowly come back to center. Okay. So we're going to bring forearms and elbows down, and you can choose to bring forearm, elbows on a block or all the way down onto the ground if you have that kind of flexibility. I have it, but I'm going to choose to use a block right now because it feels good, and why not? Right? Option if you'd like to turn onto the edge of that left foot and get a little deeper into the hip. Right? But again, only go into that place that feels right for you, right? So if you're starting to feel any pain, that's just a sign from your body that maybe you've gone a little too far. So never ever going to maybe your edge or over your edge, right? So always finding this sacred respect for our bodies. Right, take another breath here. And then inhale and come on back. Right? If you have a block, place it to the side. We're just going to walk that left foot in. Okay? Good. We're going to come into a twist here. So you can stay grounded, right? Right knee on the ground, and exhale and take that left arm up. Or those of you that want a little bit more, tuck your right toes under and lift that knee. Okay. And exhale, release. And you step in that left foot back to that second down dog. So we're going to bring the right foot forward, right? Left knee down. And the foot turns out to about 1 or 2 o'clock, depending on your hip flexibility. I'm going to take this right hand and bring it on top of the thigh. Take a deep in breath as you lengthen forward. And exhale, find that twist. There's such a stillness out here, a beauty that really there are no words and language for when you're in nature. You see the movement of the trees, right, being kissed by the wind. It's just all so perfect. A reminder that it is also perfect. And exhale, bring that right hand down. You can choose to come onto a block or bring your forearm elbows onto the ground. Let your shoulders relax, let your head relax. Maybe turning onto the outer edge of that right foot. And slowly coming back into those palms, inhale and lift. Walk your right foot into the center. And we're going to go for that twist. Right? Again, you can use the block for your left hand. Right? So if you're modifying, you're going to keep that left knee on the mat and inhale, reach that right arm up. If you are advancing, tuck your left toes under and lift the knee and press the heel back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Last down dog, right foot steps back. Slowly inhale, come to your toes, bend your knees. I'm gonna drop back into that child's pose. Exhale all the way back. And take your arms towards your sides, towards the feet. Let your shoulders relax. Slowly inhale, come all the way up. Little buggies are coming out, so I'm going to end this practice in a couple of minutes. All right, so coming up and maybe just sitting on your heels for a moment. If sitting on your heels doesn't work, cross at the back and come to a cross-legged position. There's a little bee that's buzzing around me. I'm going to try to stay centered even though he's trying to get my attention. Let's take our arms up, inhale. And exhale, twist to your left. Bring that right hand to the left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, come back center. And exhale to the right. Left hand to right knee this time, right hand behind your back. So try to keep your spine nice and long as you twist. And inhale, come back center. Exhale, hands to heart. So let's extend those legs out. Let's shake them out. Pull some of the flesh back. Flex your toes, right? Keeping a small bend in those knees. Now come forward. So inhale, reach those arms up. And there he goes. Exhale and fold forward. So hands can also come to shins if you're too tight in the hamstrings. They could also come under your knees for a more restorative type of forward fold, seated forward fold, right? Or they can just rest on the ground, right? So just really feel into what feels right for your body in this moment. Let's take another 2 breaths. And inhale, come all the way up. So at this time you could choose to lay on your mat, right? We're going to start to get prepped for our Shavasana before it gets too dark and you can't see me anymore, right? Or if you'd like to end your practice in sitting up in a meditative pose, that is also an option. So I'm going to grab my bolster. I'm going to sit on it. So if you're moving into Shavasana, go ahead and roll your spine onto the mat. Maybe bring your knees into your chest first and give yourself a nice hug. A hug for allowing yourself to weave through this web that we're all going through, right? For allowing the day to pass, keeping your sanity, yeah? If you need a twist to the left or right, feel free to give that to your body as well. And when you're done, just come on back to center, extending your legs out into Shavasana. And we'll just spend a couple moments here in stillness and silence, feeling the whole body relax, the space around you relax, the space within you relaxes. Your bones, your muscles, your organs, even the blood, the rivers in your body begins to relax. You can remind your body that even in turbulent times, even in stressful times, that peace can still prevail. So as you take that next in-breath, breathe in that peace. And as you exhale, exhale the peace around you as well. Please continue to stay in Shavasana as long as you want to. I'm going to end the practice here, bringing my hands to heart center. And offering gratitude for everything. I find that in any given moment, whether that moment is chaos or uncertainty, that there's still so much to be grateful for. I didn't sleep well last night, and in the middle of the night I made a decision that I was going to enter into whatever my life is unfolding in the present moment. I'm going to enter into that period with grace and not fear. Because I know fear is not something that is of God, and I'm going to choose to remain in that space of God. And so with gratitude, I'm so honored to be in this moment with you, so honored to express love with you, to be love with you, and wishing you all the grace, all the love, all the peace, all the well-being. Namaste. Have a beautiful evening.